Let's turn this on.
Should I try and get a fabulous scarf? I'm not sure if I have it.
You have to have something fabulous, otherwise it doesn't
Oh,
work.
Desecrated, doesn't it? That's not fair.
Hang on, I have a
I was just
tie.
saying.
Look,
Yeah,
tie.
you need something fabulous. I've got my hat.
I'll just... that's all I need.
Rank has got his sick-ass hoodie on. HughZ's got the loading screen.
I've got a bow tie.
We can't see it,
I'm
though.
supposed to do here. Webcam's still not working.
It's kind of weird.
That's fine. You can be a
Get a
black
better
screen.
webcam.
Or, Knightfall, conjure up an image to stick where Flaegor is.
I'm doing
Just
it
something.
right now.
anything.
I've got one. I've got one.
An Exhilarated logo, Google
Oh, no,
search
I've
something
absolutely
weird.
got one.
Okay.
I've absolutely got one.
Whatever
it's gonna
it
be
is.
something embarrassing or of
Yeah.
some
Oh, you
sort.
bet it is.
I love spicy chats.
Rank's lasagna.
Oh, yeah. Has Rank's lasagna returned?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, we can mention the picture now because it's very large and on screen
All
right
right,
now.
so
Yeah.
that was at
Sexy.
my graduation from high school formal. It's not really a graduation, is it? It's like just a thing. It was at the formal, and there was a photo booth, and they had like would have been about
Props.
50 different types of sunglasses, that all of which are ridiculously just stupid. And I think the picture before, actually, can you guys still see me
No.
on the in Skype? Like not on stream, but on Skype.
No.
No.
Alright. Well,
Which is
there
why we
were-
have the image.
One of the ones that I took before that was actually huge, like each glass was the size of my head, and it was star shaped, and it was completely fabulous. But they actually didn't fit in the photo booth because we were trying to fit like 6 people in there. It didn't fit. But I have completely lost track of where I'm going with the story.
It seems that way. Rip story.
Rip story. What was it? Why did I take that picture? Oh, because it was a dare. That's
So
right.
we should
That's the story.
we should direct. Okay,
Okay.
Desecrator. Let's talk about something. What was it
Oh,
like?
What's up?
What was it like not hitting any Krakens today? I'm sorry.
That was yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Kiki
Well,
called that topic.
I'm
Kiki called that
sorry.
topic.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's called
This
Kraken
is-
Strong.
Topic is about
Still
Kraken.
delayed, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, there. I didn't even see that.
Good call.
Holy shit.
Good.
Well,
call.
it's really just about baiting people into thinking that you've used abilities. So it's really a tactical thing. Like people are like, oh, look, it's Kraken's down. We can shoot on them, and then you're like, no, we've got 15 and 1 laney. Shout out.
Yeah.
You're welcome, laney.
Get that.
And
Let's
we're gonna
get
start the
back on track.
podcast about now. Yeah. So it's the Day I Was Sad podcast. Yeah.
That was
thing
pretty
I do
good.
every week anyway.
That was pretty good. You're
I feel like I'm
improving.
copying PewDiePie. I feel really bad and like scumbaggy, and I feel like a 12-year-old as well. So hear that? Did you hear that?
Mr. What'd you say?
She called me 12.
Oh.
Well, then you just say right back at her and say, hey, you're married to 12.
You're dating a 12-year-old, by the way. You're getting married to a 12-year-old.
Is that legal? In some states in America.
In India. So I'm off to live in India, but joining me for my last podcast from Australia is going to be, as always, our lovely stream host, Josh Knightfall Campbell.
Hello.
Alexander HughZ, the podcaster of Hype Introductions.
Hello.
And the sexiest caster are you?
What?
EU.
OCE. Thank you very much.
OCE.
Confirmed-
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not
confirmed 3
discriminating
times.
against New Zealanders.
Yeah, 2 straw polls
But
and
we haven't
Hinduman
had
himself.
we haven't had Yada cast yet, and he's like what is he?
Hottest
best-
draw gamer NZ.
That's son. That's the one. So if he comes online, he could be sexiest caster. You know, you need to test the competition first.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to dethrone you, but continue.
Joining us as our special guests and replacements for Top Notch this week, it's going to be Lachlan Desecrator Booth
Howdy.
and Fox Flaegor Chudley.
Hello.
Want Kool-Aid to cast? God, no. Let's get away from the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast for this week, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
That's yeah. All right. Well, we're into things, and there's a Google Doc link that I haven't even clicked on at the top of our show notes. We write show notes. That's how
We.
the link at the top of the show notes. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Knightfall writes
That
show
was
notes,
selfish
and
of
then
me.
at the top of the show
That was
notes links the show notes.
Oh yeah, that was because I just needed to remind myself. I wrote it and then started the Skype conversation, so I didn't want. I didn't. Shut up, Josh.
Anyway, so we have some team changes to start us off. We're gonna kick things off with Silicon Sports changes. There's a lot of them, at least for their games this week. What they were trying to do is they had to find a sub to get them through this week's games, and Varkboy has unfortunately stepped down to sub and potentially could be leaving the roster. He's having obviously some issues, and we wish him all the best with that one. And his long-suffering thing with depression, that's a close issue to my heart as well. So all the best to him. Grafdogger as well, stepping down from Team Kamikaze, and he's already forming his own roster to assault the open ladder with, so all the best with him. Anyone else? Do we have some other team change news coming all the way from our well-informed guests?
Well, I mean, Hasco Boom just made a team, right? Am I not mistaken?
Sintage Gaming. Sintage Gaming.
So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sign
I
up.
can't remember off the top of my head.
Isn't
Yes,
it
Not
Synapse?
Sintage.
Synapse?
Synapse.
So I don't remember
Synapse. That's the one.
the players
Sintage.
off the top of my head, but as Hasco Boom is the #1 YouTuber OCE,
Yeah.
they're going to be pretty. They're going to be
Apart from
pretty tough.
physics.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Synapse. That's the one. Excuse me. It sounds very similar to Sintage. Apologies there, but yeah, that'll be hype. Like, I used to be on a team with Hearts Go Boom, or the Odyssey Drop Beers, and he was very good back then. And now they do have.
He was support at that point, wasn't
He was jungle, I think. Our support was Mithen. Yeah, so they got Elucidator on the Agony. Agony's a cool dude. I'm glad to see he's on a team now. So Elucidator is solo, mid is Agony, jungle is Hearts, support Mr. Coco. He changed his name to Mr. Coco or Nah. Everyone getting on Kiki or Nah's D today, right now. And then Fonke ADC. Excuse me.
I believe that's
So,
an
yeah.
FTC, a funky damage carry.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird transition, jungle to ADC, but he mentioned on there that he wanted to switch to AD carry rather than jungle. He wasn't comfortable in that role, so yeah.
It's good to see. I'm really happy to see teams expanding and those players that did drop in and out and around from teams actually start to form up their own. That for me is huge. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys as well. You just want to see some more competition, yeah? More scrim partners for you guys?
he? Definitely.
Yeah,
There's always been the problem of waiting 3 hours to find a scrim, and then
yeah.
one scrim, and then you got to wait another 3 hours. So
I think something we'll probably look at in the future as well is organising a night when the invitational ladder's not on, and before the Smite Pro League Australian edition starts up as well, where we can probably run 5-man ranked queues, you know? And HughZ,
Great.
me and you will sit around, or me and Knightfall, or HughZ and Knightfall, or people will sit around and cast them for fun. I think would
I'll
probably
be
be
doing
an
ranked. I
interesting
need
idea.
to qualify. At the moment.
Yeah, I need to too.
I don't
Yeah.
think there are many ladder matches going on Sundays, because that's when the challenges are sent out. So
That's true. Sundays. Good.
It
day
is
to
an
do it.
option.
nice challenges to do.
And then we could do like the podcast, and then it'd be just like, go forth and play ranked! Go forth and play league ladder matches. Do it! You know,
Yeah,
that's
after
the
this
cool thing.
podcast, guys, queue ranked.
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
Do it.
Do it.
Everyone queue ranked after the podcast.
Yeah, except me because I need to sleep. But anyways,
Make sure that you steal HughZ's role. Don't let him get
Yeah.
whatever he wants.
Everyone-
That's
I want to play support, guys. So please first support.
no one ever
Hey.
says that. It was too obvious.
He's got the best tactic in ranked now. What he does is he dies to minions so he can back faster. Apparently, that's a new tactic.
It's a tactic, so I don't die to the opposition. They deny them.
You know, it doesn't matter that they have a Neath ADC on the other team with their ult up, because that would be a dumb that Neath would ult you when you're getting hit by minions and dying.
No, she had
But
no idea.
that's why they're the pro tactics that
Yeah.
HughZ's now going to ranked. So play ranked, boys.
That's alright.
This is
It'll
what-
be. You'll see
this
it.
is what
You'll
you'll
see it in the SBL before long.
but
Don't even
if
need
you
to be
do it
custom.
around ISIS, that passive.
Oh yeah.
ISIS passive.
Yeah.
Bonus mana regen when she sees a friend die.
That's true.
Health.
Isn't it when anyone dies?
Mm.
I don't remember. It has a
Showing off our
passive
knowledge
in this
here.
region. Yeah, with 3 casters
Hey,
and
Flaegor has a diamond.
2
I just don't
mid
use
laners.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
what is up with that? With 3 casters and 2 mid laners, we don't even know how it
it.
works.
Mine's only level 6. I'm not meant to know the passive yet.
I don't pay
That was a
attention.
one-day.
I don't pay attention to crap. I just maybe hit a spirit ball and then miss an ult or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait, no,
HP5
that's-
and MP5 with nearby allies. For every death she witnesses, her aura gains an additional stack up to 10.
Yeah.
Stacks reset on death.
Damn
Bonus
straight.
2 HP5 and MP5 for every player death. So it is both sides. There you go.
Yeah. Cool beans. Speaking of cool beans, I got a new t-shirt coming. So that'll be awesome. And yes, I do have to talk about it because I'm freaking proud of it. I'll probably. Oh, do I have to share it now? I have to share it. I can't
You
not
have to.
talk about it. Yeah. But while I go and get that, shall we talk about the invitational later this week?
Oh,
And-
let's. Some very interesting games.
Dude,
Oh.
dude, Avant vs Click game 1.
Okay, well, why don't you take us through that one, Knightfall, since you casted that with the lovely Timmy?
Okay, so the Click bought 4 hogs, went to Gold Fury, sat behind it. Look at rank space, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Sat behind the Gold Fury until it spawned. Offensive warded, and then rushed Gold Fury as soon as it spawned, took it in under 20 seconds, and then went to lane and bought the jungle and solo laner brought teleport. So they hogged the Gold Fury and took it in the first 20 seconds of the match, then teleported out to the lanes.
So
And
they're
it
going for the Gold
happened.
Fury achievement.
Yep, they
Worse.
did it. And Rank's just like the fuck.
May not have won, but it was definitely worth the achievement.
Yeah, after that they went like 13 and 0 and only got 5 kills on Avant in like a less than 20-minute match.
Whoa,
So yeah, that happened.
that's good. That's them saying, hey, we're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe to Avant, so we're going to try and bring something else to the table. That's smart.
Yeah, I like that a
That's
lot.
very smart.
I think
Smart's one way to put it.
they were hitting gold by 1,000 for 20 seconds into the match, so that's good for stats. But yeah, that was pretty awesome to cast. And then after that, I just lost all composure and like shit hit the fan. And then what was it? The ending score was like 23-5. I don't know, to Avant. Spoilers. Hashtag.
It's already been broadcast, so...
That's true.
I'm on Cybergamer though.
What?
QQ.
Okay, does anyone know how to get to the Skype settings in Windows 8? Because this is like
Windows 8 is like
it's Treblanka basic attacks with this one active. No one? Okay, I guess it wasn't.
Windows
Yeah,
8 is
I got
like
you.
the worst operating system I've ever used. I upgraded to Windows 7. See what I did there?
Yeah.
You upgrade to the previous version because of how bad it is. But yeah.
I wish it was an option that you could upgrade to a current version of Windows XP. That would be amazing.
Windows XP wasn't that good.
So
I liked it.
So 2-0s all around this week. The only one that wasn't a 2-0 was last week.
Yep,
Yeah.
the Vanguard Exhilarated one.
Yeah.
Was that seriously the only not 2-0?
Yep. Through
Yep.
the entire Invitational League so far.
Yep.
Yep. So that's an achievement.
Yeah.
Even the SPL matches were a lot more even this week than the.
No, I lost fantasy points on Epsilon and what was the other
I lost
thing?
fantasy points across the board. I listened to Hindu and did exactly what he said. I lost fantasy points,
I've-
blaming him.
Yeah, blame
it's
Hindu.
all his fault. Hashtag blame Hindu. But so Avant, Citadel, Direwolves, Exhilarated were the ones who won out on the matchup this week. So shall we go to Desecrator first? How was your match against Team Kamikaze this week?
Our
how
first
did you
game
feel?
our first game was really fun. It went to about 35 minutes maybe. We had
46
like
minutes.
some really 46 minutes. Was it really?
Yep.
All right, so it's really long. We had some really fun. Like we had a lot of team fights. It went quite late game, obviously, and in the end we won it. But and partly we won the early game relatively easy, but then we had a lot of connection issues. We had about 4 DCs in one game in the base phase for about 10 minutes. Not saying that anything, but kind of threw it after that, and then we managed to win at the end. And then the second game was a lot more simple. Thoughts everything went pretty standard, so happy we got the win, which is really nice.
Laney with those sick axes.
Laney with the yeah,
That was pretty awesome.
that's our Laney.
That was like, that was so hyped to watch. Just those sick axes, especially right at the start of game number 2, I think it was. That was awesome.
Game 2 he played on her. Game 1 he played all
Oh,
that.
that's the one. Game 1 was awesome. But then, yeah, that was really
Game two.
unfortunate that you guys got that DC and they got the fire giant from that. That was like so
Yeah.
unfortunate.
It happens. It happens.
I tell you
Yeah.
what, one guy that deserves a mad shout out for his play in both those games was Case Vacation, getting the hot
Agreed.
Sylvanas pools through
Yeah.
walls, and then he split 3 people with a Sylvanas pool and got the one guy he wanted through an Armor pillar
That was
as well.
That was
And a
like
fire
And the fire giant
steal.
steal.
sick. Yeah.
And the Fire Giant steal, I almost forgot about the Fire Giant steal as well.
Yeah,
like,
there was
between
2
all members of
steals.
T Kamikaze.
this
It
week.
was
Was
great.
that 2?
2 steals this
Damn.
week. That was amazing.
Oh.
Like, OCE just hit the fan and went hot plays this week. And
Yeah.
I got to cast it all. I was like, holy crap. That was like 6.5 hours worth of casting today.
Yeah.
That was tiring, but it was awesome. I was like, so fun.
Casification. I struggle to remember your name, but now I've got it memorized. Top week, man. Hot week.
Yeah.
It's
It-
better than a hot Ras night from HughZ.
It was.
What if it doesn't happen?
Yo!
It's not gonna happen.
Correct. But
Wow.
yeah, that
Who
was.
got wrecked?
You did.
How does that-
Because you don't
Huh?
rust snipe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See what I did there? No? Okay. Okay. This is just crashing.
Okay.
So,
But okay.
yeah.
In all honesty, we did say like because of DCs and stuff in game 1, but in all honesty, Team Kamikaze did come out like pretty strong in that first game. Like
mhm.
like they took advantage where Citadel slipped up and really
Yeah.
took that one to the end. They defended their Titan so well. There's so many points I thought, all right, it's got to be over now surely, and they just pushed Citadel out again and again.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It was.
Certainly
it
not
was
an
pretty
easy
awesome.
opponent.
Mm.
It was very good.
Got to
Good
show
games
my
to
boys from
watch.
TCAM some love.
Yeah. And what about you, Mr. Oh, sorry, I cut you off, Frank.
I was
Did I?
literally about to do what you're doing right now and hand over to Flaegor and talk about Exhilarated versus Kraken.
There we go.
Excuse me, I believe you mean Team Flaegor's team.
Yeah. Team Flaegor's
Please.
team. Flaegor, how did you feel about it?
What, the Flaegor's team thing or the game?
The game. Oh, you're actually really quiet. Let me see if I can try to tune you up or something.
No, no. That was Ginger comment out there. That's pretty much his favorite thing to say ever.
You're
That's
super
really
quiet. Yeah, you're
You're
like
like-
really quiet.
Is it better now?
Not
Not really.
really. No.
Yeah.
Hello?
How about?
I think it's a little better.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
little
we
bit
can hear
better.
you now.
Better.
Alright. Yeah.
Right. So what I did say was you could say that the games were rather exhilarating.
Wow.
That's
Okay, that
that was
was that really worth it, Flaegor? Was that really
Very
worth
That was
that
very
wait?
worth
I
Wow.
think it was
Oh
Hey.
god.
So next week we're actually going to have on the overlays on the stream Team Flaegor's Team Esports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna hate me. No, yeah, game 1 we won pretty quickly. There was
You're quiet again. Sorry, I have to cut you off. You're super quiet again.
Give me a
Just
second.
like shove that microphone in your face, like eat it,
I
man.
am. You don't even know I am.
Was the cable in properly? No, really. Not at all. That was worse.
Hold up. Can you skip me and then I'll be back in like a minute?
Okay. Yeah, let's skip you.
Thank you.
Okay, and then. Okay,
Talk about
so.
Silicon. Talk about Silicon. I want to talk about Silicon.
Silicon? Okay, let's talk about Silicon.
All right. So the only thing you need to know about this match is Hercules ADC.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Okay, so game one,
That was
Silicon-
brave.
Silicon pulled out the rare no ranged meta or melee. It was a Hercules ADC, Athena support, Rana was on Neja middle, the jungle was Al Kwang from Just Rogue, and solo was Sam Rocketer as Mercury. So, I mean, you might think, okay, they got no range. I was just going to steamroll them. Silicon got first blood with Neja onto Wizard, and yeah, they started out pretty strong, but the Direwolves, for standard team comp, ended up kind of rolling over them.
It was very interesting. I was like, so I was spectating the match during the week, and then I completely forgot about it like until today. But I was like, what is this pick and ban? What is happening? And it was just crazy, like seeing it and stuff. Yes, I am slightly off camera for a reason. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Sorry, continue. You will see why. This is
Oh.
very distracting, but
Yeah, okay.
continue.
Yeah, so, and then the second game, Silicon went a more kind of standard lineup. I forget what the specific picks were. There was a Neath in there somewhere. More kind of standard picks across the board. A little bit closer in the early mid game in that one compared to the last one, but Dai was proving once again too strong for their opponents. They've only lost the one match this invitational season, which is pretty good. And yeah, Silicon Sports, those roster changes, they're really affecting them, and you really got to feel for the boys on that team, not really being able to find the right pieces to fit together and get back to the form they were in season one.
The form's all there. It's just that they can never settle for long enough to find it. Like we did see, I think the best play we've seen from them all split so far. And I think the best play we've actually ever seen from those boys was actually against Avant-Garde. They fought against a 10k gold disadvantage, and won fights, against 10k gold disadvantage and a fire giant, and won fights. Right, the skill is definitely there. I definitely think they'll be in the pro league. They've got to find a solid roster now and stick with it to PAX.
We'll see how the roster searching goes now. Like, if they can get a really solid roster going, then maybe they could be a real force, especially in the SPL.
Yeah, I mean, not really much else to say from it there. Like, we saw in season one what solid players there were across that lineup. And like in the game 2 against Direwolves, I mean in game 1 as well, Just Rogue, I hadn't always been the biggest fan of him in the jungle. I really preferred him in ADC, but he's actually improved so much in that jungle role. I mean, improved from where he was to where he is now. Not that he was bad. It's just like, I don't know, I wasn't sure if he was comfortable or not in that role. But in this last 2 games against Direwolves, he really did a lot of nice work. Got a lot of kills initiated well when he needed to. Obviously had to leave some room for the tanks to initiate as well, and cleaned up nicely in some of those kills. And so I think now that he's settling into that role a bit better, it's going to be a bit easier to fit the rest of the team around that.
Yeah, it's just something that takes a lot of time, and he'll definitely grow into it a lot more. But
Yep.
yeah, you can see the progression. Like today, he did quite well actually on it, so that was very good to see.
You've got to remember that Just Rogue's gone from, I believe, a shot calling carry to a shot calling jungle, so I feel like he wants to shot call, and that's the right decision to move him off the AD carry. Hunter's shot calling is not a good idea. It's just not in general. You've got no initiate. All you're doing is just throwing auto attacks and the occasional spell. I mean, if you're unheard, then you're going to throw your ulti as well, because that is an auto attack and a spell on the same thing, so...
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I mean, Eager Zatman has been a shot caller for forever, pretty much.
Really?
And, he's the ADC, yeah. Yep, he's been a shot caller for Eager for a long time.
Okay.
And our shot caller, Laney, is also the ADC. So I don't think it really matters what role. I think it's really a skill in individual shot casting and be able to analyze the map rather than analyzing, your position, in your personal role.
Wait, is Laney the shot caller?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
You have... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to come to terms with that. Laney is the shot... Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, he's more like a fun guy. He's more like a you know, he's a jokester a lot, but then in game, is he like super serious? Like,
I mean, all of
does
us
he
are
go?
super serious. I mean, we take this game very seriously. So, yeah, I mean, he does his role very well, and happy to have him. So,
Is
It's
he good at setting the pace and also keeping morale up at the same time? Like when you guys get behind, is he good at making sure that you have the nice tones through the team comms to bring everything back in line?
well, other than when he makes Ogre rage quit, yeah, generally, only good at solo, I should say, for you people.
Yeah, what's his nickname? OGA. There we go. Anyway, yeah, no, Laney, even though he's in that 80 carry role, he's got great global awareness to be able to shot call, and yeah, I mean, it's been working out for us so far. I mean, apart from the week 1 game where Citadel was a bit disorganized, they've really been very strong in all their games since and haven't dropped one. So I'd say it looks to be working out.
just while we're on the topic, I think from an outside perspective, it's like this is not applying in your case. Like your shot caller is a shot caller, but from an outside perspective, it's good to have the shot caller be early game the jungler because he's the one making the plays, right? He's the one ganking. He's gonna be making the plays, and then late game will be the support, the blink in and the blink with the ultimate most of the time with the setups and all that, and in some cases like we saw today, a solo lane Odin maybe coming in um, with the cage and all that. So most of the time it's the initiator being the shot caller because they're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then this is how we're gonna follow up. But you know, if the hunter is the shot caller, that's fine. I mean, if it works, it works, I guess.
I just want to, just like a thing, like it's not necessarily like because you're shot caller doesn't mean you can't communicate, right? The whole team has to be
Yeah.
communicating, and that's like a thing. The shot caller for us is who calls objectives, and then we have everybody is calling what we're doing, you know, who's going on who what abilities are up and such. So, you know, we do all of it. It's not just not one person. I don't think any team has one person just saying everything, but it's good to have one central voice calling objectives and such. But yeah,
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. So
What we're basically trying to say here is Laney is that man. So, there you go.
Lane is that man.
yeah, Laney is Oceanic Zapman. Although there was someone on Twitter that said Subfloor is Oceanic Zapman because of how ham and cheesy
Ooh.
sometimes goes. So
Um,
a little bit of competition there.
Well, not this week's game, but next week's game is between Avant. This week's game for Citadel is against Silicon, and the week after that is Avant. So that's going to be a big game that's going to
That'll be
determine
interesting.
some of the top order
It
of
is
that
on.
invitation ladder, and that's going to be a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be
If you-
really hard.
If there is like a game you want to watch in the Invitational ladder, it's got to be between. Is Exhilarated versus Avant-Garde the last game, Flaegor? For you guys?
So they
The
already played.
last game
They already
is
played, yeah.
Yeah. The last game is Star Wars.
Yes, that's it.
Avant. That's the one I'm
Yep,
looking
yep.
most forward to. That one's gonna be like, I'm hyped for that. I'm gonna create a video, like a hype video for it, of all the other weeks, and then okay, here's Direwolves and Avant, and that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So
That is going to be off the wall. We went over the results, didn't we? We 4-0. So just to retouch on everything we discussed so far. Avant-Garde currently 4-0, sitting at the top of the ladder. Clean slate. Good job to them. Citadel Gaming 3-1. Direwolves
Hype.
3-1. And Exhilarated 3-1. So they're all currently tied up for second spot. Click is sitting at 2-2, and Silicon Sports and Kraken up are 0-4 together. So
Team
that's
Team Kamikaze. They're also.
yeah, we're a team kamikaze. God damn it!
did I leave them out?
Yes,
Oh,
you
no.
did.
Oh, I'm really good at leaving people
Wow.
out. Wait, they're
Like,
2-2?
this one's a bit outdated.
They sh-
Oh right, yeah.
no, that
that's
one I
right.
went through them all before, except Team Kamikaze apparently.
Wow.
What are they? TCAM are 2. What did we say?
1 and 3.
Yeah, I
1-3?
think one and
They beat
actually
they
Silicon.
did
four.
Silicon. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Just yeah, my bad.
So I'm pretty sure TCAM have got a cracking up game coming in the future as well. So that's looking like it'll probably be an easy victory for them. That's nothing against cracking up. That's just the standard that we're getting from these top teams. And yeah, that's just how it all played through. So anyway, there's something bouncing around the chat that I just want to touch on quickly, and then we can get on and over it. Yes, my fiance and I were furries. Congratulations. Really don't care. It doesn't mean anything. The internet stipulation that furries have sex in the costumes, that's a stipulation. The amount of people that do that, so minor. We go to the conventions to hang out with a bunch of friends and play around in costumes. That's what we do. Okay, moving on. Next topic. There was stuff in the chat. Furries actually hanging out in the chat saying hello. Sorry, that was to my fiance. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on it. It means absolutely nothing. Fursuiting for us was actually a thing that we did when we first got together. It's just a bunch of fun. My fiance makes the costumes, and she's into cosplaying and whatnot. So that's just me touching on it. The costumes themselves are an absolute blast to run around, and you can give. It's the same thing as cosplaying. You can make someone. You can totally change their day by walking up to them in the costume and playing up to the costume or the character that the costume represents. So it's the same thing. All right, moving on. Okay, somebody else. Does somebody else want to introduce this one?
The Titan Alchemy one. So the Titan Alchemy was a 5v5 one-day tournament hosted by our very own Giles, and he ran that quite well. That one ended up being taken out by Direwolves, second place to Team Kamikaze, third to Citadel, and fourth to Exhilarated, with a whole bunch of teams coming in after that. Well played to everyone that participated. It was a blast to cast. Yeah, I got that in there. And the final round between Direwolves and Team Kamikaze actually featured the rare triple cast between myself, the one and only Switchbay, and the People's Player, Gruffdogger. So that was lots of fun to do. And there was some lots of very interesting games in that one. Yeah, I mean, it was fantastically run. There's going to be another one next weekend and another one the weekend after that, and so on for another 4 weeks or so, I believe. And yeah, that looks to be a really entertaining matchup set of tournaments.
Okay, so for those of you on the outside, we're adding Ginger to the call.
Oh yeah, Ginger hype.
So, Flaegor, you're going to have to unfortunately leave. Although, do we have a space? We could put. No, we don't. You don't have to leave, actually. Speaking of that. Anyways, yep. Moving on. So. Oh, okay.
See you, Flaegor.
What is this? Okay, he did
really
leave.
well.
Rip.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna look really weird on stream, but
Goodbye, Flaegor. Yeah, unfortunately, Flaegor's mic has just died, so we're gonna scrap around and fix that up and continue with the podcast at the same time because we're just that damn good. Actually, Knightfall's that good, and we just sort of hang around with him.
I'm not that good. I just hope it works some days. Fingers crossed every week. So yeah, Titan Alchemy was pretty awesome yesterday.
Yeah.
It was cool beans. Who did any of us participate? Des, did you play?
I was in it. Yeah, we got. Were you allowed to say shit on? We got shit on by Direwolves in Barkus
We're allowed
Jungle.
to say it now. El Chuckles, God, that Barkus Jungle was just obscene. I know Switchbait and Gruff had some very strong words in the cast about the way he was playing that, and I mean, if it works, use it.
Yeah. It's
Hello,
it's an
Barkus
interesting
fans.
meta, but
Yeah.
whatever
Yes.
works.
Yeah, rushing that mystical male was something I don't think Citadel was quite expecting. The final couple matches between Team Kamikaze and Direwolves ended up being pretty good matches. So I think a good result for everyone overall. Once again, ran into some stasis mode problems and the like, but you know, that's what you deal with the Smite replay system trying to do live casts. So we ended up just doing each match basically as soon as it was done. And yeah, all of them were really fun to do. And I can't wait for next week's ones.
Yeah, I'm really happy that there's more, like, there's more tournaments coming, and like casual ones rather than it's just the pro league. Like it's giving more people the chance to come in. Speaking of which, actually, the open ladder is still on if you guys are looking for to get competitive. That
need to see
hasn't
him.
been that hasn't been very populated lately, unfortunately. God damn it. And the players who are in it aren't able to find matches, so they're looking to play games, but unfortunately there's not very many teams to do so. So guys, jump on there and get into it if you can.
Should we form a casters team? I feel like we're forming a casters team.
Subfloor is here. Hi, Subfloor. We should do that. Actually, we should do like a
So what? Us,
an event.
you two, and and then
look,
Timmy.
I think we should do on like the final after the final invitational match. We should do what they did in the Spring Fling, a casters versus invitational ladder line team, and so one player from each of the top 5 invitational ladder teams versus us casters. I don't know who else we can recruit for the caster team. I guess Timmy, and then we need to find one more.
Ooh. Why don't we just grab Cyanide, our streamer, our lovely
You mean-
streamer? We'll
you
force
mean-
him
you
to
mean-
play.
You mean the level 3 cyanide?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I
Let's do
mean,
it.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. YOLO, as the children say these days. Oh, is Ginger connected?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
It's the Ginger
Ginger.
Brandmans.
Make sure you turn on your video. Yes, now I can get rid of Flaegor.
Get rid of that Flaegor pick.
Oh,
I'm
brutal.
sorry, Flaegor. Actually, I need to make a new name because the current one's just Flaegor.
Goodness, look at that
Let's
robe.
just disable
That,
this.
This is majestic. This material, got this from Target. Um, so yeah,
Guys, for those of you who don't know who this is Ginger. He is the 80 carry for Exhilarated.
official sad quitter.
Yeah, the inventor of the sad quit. So, welcome. Hello there.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm having a wonderful evening. How are you guys
That's
all doing?
good. I'm
How's
doing
this
pretty good,
stream
except
going?
Photoshop is now covering 2 faces. God damn it. And now all the faces. Hashtag production quality so high.
Oh well, I mean we haven't even we've had technical issues Exil as well with Flaegor's mic and stuff. So I'm just here to represent
only
the
it's only Exhilarated today.
Mm.
Thanks, guys. Oh, for those of you who don't know also, Ginger is the fastest Australian kid.
Oh, okay, alright.
Let's talk about that. I want to talk
Really?
about
Yeah,
that.
bring that up. Come on.
Okay. How do we start? How do we? Yeah.
Basically,
Okay.
he runs quick in real life. He's a runner.
People run in
Yep.
real life? What?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I
I
said.
have a life, guys.
We don't.
I'm sure you
It's a
guys do
lake.
too.
He says while sitting in a robe on a Smite podcast.
But yeah, let's talk about that. How did you get into running?
How did I get into running? Well, as a kid, I was always I'm still a kid now, but when I was 8, I was pretty good, and then I had no technique, but I was all right. And we had zone carnivals, which is between all the schools in the area, so 5 schools, and I always used to win that. And then I did a hamstring, and that screwed me over. And I was my technique was really bad when I recovered from that, so I got a coach, sprint coach, and he fixed me up real good. And the year after, I got some. You want to see my medals?
Yes, I would like to see
Alright.
some medals.
Okay.
This is totally to do with Smite, but
Yeah.
it's
Well,
cool. We're getting
While
to
we're
learn.
waiting for Ginger,
Yeah.
while we're waiting for Ginger to come back, some interesting facts coming from the Direwolves side of things. Richard Castle,
I've
is there anything he can't do? He's represented
Hashtag not bragging.
Australia for beach handball.
Beach handball.
Yeah, he represented
handball.
Australia for beach handball.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
my God.
What?
Goodness.
That's what that was. I was like, what is that noise?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's gone a long way from there, and yeah.
Fastest kid in Australia now. That's what. Oh, yeah, for those of you who don't know, also that's where he got his name from. It was Gingerbread Man or something along those lines because no one could catch him because he ran fast, but then it just got shortened to Ginger. So
There you
yeah.
go. And I don't have red hair, so
He needs to eat
Much
more
better than
gingerbread.
that Aomos kid.
Yeah, who is he? Like, what the hell?
Best decision Team Flaegor ever made.
Okay, so back on topic. How did you
Yes.
feel about this week? Someone from Exhil who can actually talk about how the games went. How did you feel
Um,
against? Who did you guys play against?
cracking up.
That's the one. Oh,
Um,
dude, the plays right at the end.
yeah.
The Anhu plays.
Oh, did you see Maxon's ring toss and on the
Yes,
last ding just Oh,
that was
high.
that was
Yeah.
plays.
But the team played really well. I reckon. We all, we went into this and we're gonna we were thinking of trying new stuff. Like, everyone's been doing this ADC mid, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna go the old meta and we're gonna keep it strong. And it just really worked out, I reckon. And but Sylvanas is the main reason, I reckon. Getting Sylvanas as a pick, and that worked really well.
Yeah, Princeton with those blink plays was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then the
And he-
follow-up,
Mm.
the follow-up was good. So, yeah. Sylvanas confirmed strongest support.
Yeah, ban it, boys, ban it.
Yeah. Although, okay, so Thor was banned out every single game today. Every game. Not one time. And even when he was available in the first picking phase, he got banned in the second banning phase. Like, come on! No Thor love today. He's so strong.
Well, I think as Ginger will probably be very proud to tell you, the one game where Thor got through was in that first Exhilarated versus Avant game, and Exhilarated gave it to Avant, but still ended up winning that match. So a lot of people are not really used to that Thor anymore. It's been banned out so heavily in Oceania.
Yeah, it's up there with Ares. Definitely not as strong.
Ares wasn't banned that much this week. So
Yeah, that was something I noticed.
Yeah, we saw some
Hindu man.
Ymir play.
Yeah,
well.
it's the effects of the Hindu man trying to give us tips. And then actually yesterday in Titan, I forgot.
Titan
how to say-
Alchemy.
That's the one. Richard Castle played Ares against Ymir and won. So that's how you do it.
that's how you do it.
Just be Richard Castle. That's how you counter
Yeah.
Ymir as Ares.
Exactly. So moving on, Mr. Rankonius. Something big happened to you this week, yesterday, last night, sometime lately.
Yeah, this kicked off at 1:15 a.m. last night. So I was casting the Challenger Cup. I got invited to, obviously, because Hindu members over in Estonia doing the Omen Challenge. Big shout out to him and Shodan who did ask me if I wanted to do it. Thanks to them, and a big shout out to everyone that come along and supported. I had my fiance was supportive, except she had to go to bed, so she didn't end up catching any of it. I woke her up at 5 a.m. with some of my casting, so shout out to her for putting up with me. Shout out to HughZ and Richard Castle who sat around until 3 a.m. listening. Everyone's
And
just been
Chuckles.
fantastic. And Chuckles, there you go, and Chuckles there. So I don't forget you, Chuckles. Everyone's been fantastic. Thank you so much for all the support you guys give. But yeah, I actually learned a lot last night. Sitting there chatting with Jordan, we were talking about double hunter matter and things like that, and especially I was just looking into some stats. High Five, for example, there are very few people running Gibelonke anymore, but when they do run it, it's only with the Sylvanas. So now that Sylvanas is getting through, Thor isn't being banned as regularly. We're seeing a meta fully sort of start to shift around. So expect the meta not to flow on with nerfs so much, but the counter picks. You pick warriors in the solo lane to counter assassins, and then to counter warriors, you need something tankier, so you pick guardians. What counters a guardian? You counter it with a hunter. What counters a hunter? An assassin, so you counter that with a fighter. So just expect that cycle to keep going. That was Joden's general call over the night as well. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff like that. I learned a bunch of stuff, and the chat seemed to love me, so I've spent 18 months shoutcasting, and for me to get into some sort of opportunity like that was really kind of special to me. So thank you to everyone who around the scene who can make the scene popular enough that there's something for us to cast and learn from, because without you guys, there is nothing that we could have learned from to the point where we get to invited to do sort of stuff like this. So
Yeah.
and then back again tonight from midnight tonight.
Oh, you casting today?
Tonight's EU.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be like 2 a.m. for me. Damn. I have to
Yeah,
watch the VOD. I
yeah.
started watching the
Push through
VOD
it.
today. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
EU, if you're looking for some really, really good challenger matches, I was watching last weekend. EU is nuts. Like from the round of 16 on, you're very likely to get a very, very close game every single game.
For what,
It's
sorry?
nuts. For the EU
EU.
tonight is just going to be intense.
Mm.
Last week there was 3 games where one team got aced on the Titan trying to kill it,
Really? 3 games.
and there was a game where the Titan got to 0% health and lived.
What?
And that team got Deocided. The other team sprinted to the opposite end of the map, walked through a Phoenix, and then got aced again. And they walked back finally and killed the 0% health Titan.
Oh my god. What? 0.
Yeah,
Okay, so
It was between 0.5 and 0% health, but
Okay.
there was still a lick of health on it.
that's
Not very
like
much, but
one
there
basic attack from the AD carry. Like,
was. Less than.
holy
Like
shit.
you could like heal it and it would die.
Yeah, like that's what?
Run an Archer minion at that shit. It would
Yeah.
have died.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Damn. The hype in EU, please.
EU is just nuts. It is absolutely nuts. And one of the teams that has a really, really good shot for qualification for SPL for the next split, known as the Puppies, are all from Spain, and the chat just goes nuts over the Puppies. We had guys there last night asking when the Puppies were playing. They're so loved around the scene.
How many viewers did you get, like, top, out of curiosity?
1,000.
Damn.
I think no, we got up to 1,200. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome, dude. Like,
it bounces around because of SPL. Tonight we'll get a lot more viewers. EU gets more viewers, and the SPL starts later on the Sundays as well. So
that's, dude, when you told me about you casting, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like, OCE expanding to, like, to other regions and getting noticed, and everyone in chat was apparently like, "Oh my god, this cast is like awesome, better than Scott Gandhi and all that." So I was like, "Wow, that was awesome, dude." And like, so for those of you who don't know, Rankonius has been casting League of Legends for a very long time, and he recently got into Smite a couple months ago, and it's shown success, hasn't it? Like a lot more success than League of Legends, would you say?
yeah, absolutely. And Hi-Rez are a lot more open and willing to work with you on a bunch of things. They're not trying to steal ideas out from under your nose. Like the best part about this is if somebody like Hindu Man, for example, that does his replay analysis and sort of content like that, was doing content for Riot in the very same manner, and he went to work for Riot, the content would have to be branded under Riot, or he'd have to stop doing it. Hi-Rez don't do that. Hi-Rez,
Yeah.
like he does that still, and it's all under his own branding. You know, and he's got a few projects that I was actually chatting to him about that he's working on as well, and they will also be still under his own branding. So, you know, that is how good of a company that Hi-Rez Studios are. They're not gonna try and steal away any content that you guys do. So
Hi-Rez are just such good people, and they're so chill about stuff. Like, they're professionals, but they're unprofessional at the same time. Like, they're very casual, as well as being super professional at the same time. It's amazing, and that's what I want to try and be. Like this podcast so far has been professional, but really unprofessional at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we're a
Flaegor.
bunch of dudes
Yeah.
sitting down, chilling out, looking at cameras, and talking about stuff.
Yeah.
We're not a bunch of dudes sitting about in suits, are we, HughZ?
Yeah. Hey, trust again.
Look, I turned up for this podcast, and I mean, everyone except for Desecrators let me down right now.
Hashtag
wearing
Citadel
pajama
boys.
bottoms.
Yeah, that's something you don't see, guys. I'm pretty sure everyone is in shorts or pajamas right now. Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I got footy shorts on.
Same.
yeah,
Mhm.
pants, sure.
Oh god.
But yeah, something I'm hoping to try and do out of the back of this this gig from the Challenger Cup, because this is probably for me as well. Hindu is overworking himself at the moment, so he's looking to try and get at least a day off a week, or every couple of weeks. So I'll probably be called upon to do it every now and again, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to try and do with that as well is fund all the viewers that I get to my Twitter And then whenever we have an Oceanic event, somebody just hit me up about it, and I'll tweet it, and people can go watch that stream. That's what I want to do more than anything, because like, end of the day, job with Hi-Rez is fantastic, but a job with Hi-Rez means nothing if there's nothing to really back it up. That's kind of my goal. My goal is to get the Hi-Rez, but I also more than importantly than that for me is to actually boost the community.
Yeah.
So we can beat League of Legends.
Yeah, I have the exact
day.
same goal. Ever since last year, when like things started kicking off, I was like, working for Hi-Rez would be the coolest thing. And now I feel like I went with a good and bad situation. I feel like I'm just turning this around on me, but it's like I feel selfish now. I'm sorry, but like I just want to do everything to try and help the community. Like I don't know. Oh, should I say? Okay. Oh no, I won't say. The I try to do as much as possible for the community. With Ginger, please. Ginger.
I'm just fiddling with my video settings, and now you get a close up.
Yeah,
Alright,
sit
let me
close
change
up
that
with
back.
Ginger. That'll make people look at your beautiful face even
Yeah, yeah,
better.
okay.
It'll draw attention because of the motion. But yeah, like I want to try and do as much as possible for the community. Like I just throw myself out there to do everything. And I'm working on something secret that involves programming for the Smite Oceania, which a couple people know about. But yeah, Hi-Rez is awesome, and working for them would be the coolest thing in the world. Speaking of which, in the chat, Ro asked a question: is there going to be a podcast on the weekend of PAX? Yes, there is.
Yes.
We actually
several.
Turn up.
we spoke to the guy who was running the streaming of it, and he was like, "Yes, we are doing that." He's so open to new ideas and things, and what we're gonna do is like you see in other big tournaments, you see like interviewing discs and like chill out things and like podcasts and that sort of thing. We're gonna be doing that exact same thing. So before the games start of the day, we're gonna have interviews with the people who are gonna be playing, predictions, all that stuff, and then at the end of the day, we're also gonna be doing the same thing. But how did this match go and all that sort of stuff. Every day of PAX, hopefully.
Turn up.
Yeah, that is happening. Confirmed. Yeah.
All right. I think we've sort of come to the content that we wanted to cover so far, and the end of that at least. But
Yeah.
does the chat sort of have any questions at this point? Because there's a few bonus content sort of ideas that we've been bouncing around. Like I really wanted last week to actually go over some tips on casting and how to improve yourself, because Gruff and SwitchBay had a go this week. And I was chatting to Gruff about giving him some tips, and I threw some to SwitchBay as well. And whether anyone else wanted some tips from HughZ, from Knightfall, whether you wanted tips from as a player's perspective, you wanted tips on what your thoughts were on Double Hunter from casting perspective and from a player's perspective, thoughts on how to play that sort of meta,
Hey Ginger, how do I not
before
feed?
How
How do I not feed?
All right. Okay.
Here comes a long
So,
explanation.
Okay. So when you hit your abilities, you got to hit him with power, and you got to assert your dominance. And if you miss, sad quit.
Wise words from the 80 carry of Exhilarated here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't die to minions.
Yeah. Although
you
you
rust
could
out.
just throw a Kraken on
If
them.
you if you hit your Kraken, that's a bonus.
Alright. Complete bonus. Damage isn't a 2, man.
That thing is actually insane. The trident of
Yeah.
of Poseidon. If you hit all three all the time, that deals more damage than a Freya too, which is pretty scary when you think about it. But yeah. What else? Casting. It's gonna be fun. I fully
Sure.
completely forgot what Rankonius said about it. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
Tips on casting
First
and
off,
things.
from Link's ancestor, HughZ, how do you stay so sexy?
You gotta.
Is it regular straw poles? Is that your
It's
solution?
regular straw poles. Hitting the gym every day. Making sure you down dem protein shakes. Water only, no milk, guys. Come on, let's be real. And just going out and living every day like it's your last. Hashtag YOLO. That's the secret.
I'll drink a lot more water then.
Mm. Oh, and protein only. Let's get on that paleo diet, boys. Hashtag shred for packs.
Oh yeah, by the way, Elkira is a vegetarian, so just
Oh.
put that out there.
Okay.
Sorry, Elkiro.
The things we
How was he
Yeah.
a vegetarian when he went 13-2 on Bakasura that 1 week?
Oh!
He just ate
He was eating
everything.
some serious meat that day.
Yeah.
Actually, it was soy replacement meat, so it was still like he was still able to eat it as a vegetarian.
okay.
So
Okay. I
it
see.
tasted like meat, but it wasn't actually meat, so he's fine. Didn't break any
Ah.
rules.
I see.
So-
It sounds like you're trying to make it sound like he was trying to eat a bunch of Sylvanas.
Also, thoughts on Double Hunter? I think it works. As we saw today, pretty much every team went Double Hunter, almost, in every game. And it worked out very well. Shall we ask the Hunter about this?
Oh,
What are your thoughts?
my thoughts. Yeah, I think it's good, but definitely not for our team yet. I don't think we've got to practice it more. But
So he's saying
yeah, I think it's
Flaegor
good.
can't handle it.
Mm.
Flaegor can't handle it, did you say?
Yeah, that's what HughZ said. I didn't say that. I would never trash talk my captain. Flaegor love.
What about you, Desacrator? Would you play Hunter mid like we saw today, like Neath and Ulla from Devon?
Swimming a little bit with Neath mid. She's completely and utterly broken, so it works. Yeah, not much to say. Please nerf.
Would you try Ulla mid like Divine did today? Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but
Well, I mean,
That's because it's not me.
yeah, I don't know. Ulamed's kind of the similar thing, but not quite. We've tried a little bit. You know, it's what's in the meta right now, and it's what's working. So
Alrighty. What about us as casters? How do we feel about it? Rank? What do you know so far on the double Hunter meta right now with the 3 Guardians sometimes?
Ever the heck come up with this stupid ass boring to watch?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look what they're drafting. Oh look, it's Do we have to talk
Same
about this
ego.
again? Okay, the problem is, right? I can talk about it once. Like if we were casting one game, like one best of 3 series, I could talk about it, no problem. But when you're casting an entire Challenger Cup, just one game into a next, into a next, into a next, and the team's just like, oh look, we're gonna play Double Hunter. It's just like, well, we've purely got banter to go back on. Otherwise, we were just repeating what we've said every other game. It gets boring. That's
And-
from.
Yeah, and something I just want to add to that is when you play Double Hunter all the time, you can't really. It's very difficult to cast because he's landing basic attacks. He's landing more basic attacks. He's dead. Cool. Awesome.
no more
Nothing
Miss
much
Krakens to talk
else.
about.
Yeah,
I was
like
gonna say it's very hard to miss a Kraken when you're a Neath.
yeah, like
Hey,
shots fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you have so many DPS, it's like oh, they're landing more basic attacks. Cool, now he's dead. Oh, okay, that's interesting. But like I like mages for the burst and the Krakens because it's oh my god, that Kraken did so much damage. What will we see next? What's the follow up and all that sort of stuff. So yeah,
Can
Just
I
my
make a
2 cents.
counterpoint to that though?
sure.
Because with the 3 Guardian meta, you get to see Guardians being played that you don't usually get seeing played, like Kabrakan, who is just a dirty, dirty, dirty character.
That's true.
And Barkas as well. Like we saw El Truck was playing the Barkas jungle in the Titanotomy matchups, and that's pretty exciting. I agree. You don't get like many of the hype plays, like the Hot Ra Snipes or the Mist Krakens or the Janus through space and times. You don't get the you don't get like the Scyllas, I'm a monster, pentakill potential things and stuff like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's an effective meta, and it's because hunters are pretty strong right now.
broken.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, Smite has got 5 different roles for a reason, and I'd like to see all 5 of those roles being represented. Equal representation.
I reckon
And just
Hunter
past game
nerfs.
average.
Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about that actually, but one of the most Catholic nations in the world past gay marriage, and we're sitting here like
I'm pretty sure New Zealand was first. I just want to put that out there.
I know. New Zealand
Will
probably
we?
was first, but
Will we?
I
I'm
don't know.
googling.
But
It's Ireland is so
Ireland-
aggressively Catholic.
but they were the first one to pass it via referendum, so via
Oh,
a
that's
people's
true.
vote, whereas the other ones have all been acts of parliament.
This is a very controversial
Yeah.
topic. Let's shy away from this.
Yeah.
Let's move on to questions from chat. A very
Right.
good transition, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's scroll through here and see if we can see any questions.
Well, here's some rank questions.
Yeah, rank. Loads of questions for you.
Yeah, answer time. Let's go. Wait.
Okay, so I saw
Why
one
are
a
you
minute
going?
ago.
No,
that
are you
was
going
like,
to India? Are you going to
No.
India rank?
No, I am on stream, not going to India. I am, however, going to talk about the Challenger Cup. Link's ancestor, I think, asked me how it was to cast it. I was nervous. I was actually chatting to Joden about it beforehand, and I just said straight up, I'm going to be nervous, and there ain't no way I'm going to stop it. And he just said, I was exactly the same. Because we've
Yeah.
casted together before, and we're actually really, really good friends. So, and I just said to him, should I be nervous? Is there anything I should be nervous about? And he's like, nah, but I was exactly the same, and I've been around this as well, so it was just like, got over the first game. Actually, we got through the gods. I was down. So after that, it was really fun. It was a bunch of fun. I think something that was important, the most important for me, I've always hated the sound of my voice.
Same.
And the first person that wasn't my fiance told me that I actually have a decent voice for casting. So that was kind of cool. That was really kind of cool. That was a big step for me.
I just noticed on Curse it says Rankonius playing Hearthstone. Is that
I
what you
am.
do during the podcast?
I'm logged into Hearthstone.
Oh, you're not actually playing a game. Okay.
And I should be out of Hearthstone. No, the
Okay.
Hearthstone was actually logged out. It was like, oh, you haven't played anything for a while. Yeah, you're logged
Alright,
out.
so we got
Okay.
we
Just
got
an observation?
Some, we got some questions from chat for
Questions.
Ginger and Desecrator. Your teammates are asking what it's like to be carried by your team all the time.
Well, I asked to join by my support Poseidon. I think really my playstyle is for helping people. I really help Laney carry me. He couldn't do it without me. So clearly, it's really all me helping him
You're
get the
the
score.
you
That's why I
play
got 22
support in the mid lane.
assists. Support mid lane. It's a new meta.
Well, actually, that's a thing. That's something as well that I learned from the Challenger Cup, sitting in it last week and this week. We're the only region that doesn't play Athena in multiple roles. Get it in your head, guys. She is a viable jungle
actually-
and solo laner and mid laner.
Tombo
Other than
actually
today.
played Athena solo today to very good effect. Managed to pick up some kills onto Only Good at Solo, who was playing Bologna and Shark in both of those games. So yeah, that Athena solo, we saw that from Team Kamikaze, and they did some really nice work with that, especially in the first game. The amount of CC that they brought out in that game was very difficult for Citadel to counter. So maybe hopefully that game people will take notice and see, oh, look what we have here, and maybe bringing some of that in. I'm really keen to see Athena jungle. I really like Athena jungle because she's like a Bologna jungle. She just sticks to people. She's got a slow, she's got a taunt, she's got a lot of damage, and she's got that global presence with her ulti. And yeah, I'm very keen to see some more Athena being played.
Yeah, like in the TCAM game when we had Athena, we found it really hard to, like they had to rotate and chase so quickly, and then Ogre had a lot of trouble rotating on time. So we had a really tough time with some of the team fights just because we had 5v4, right? So that's what Athena really brings to the table in both solo and jungle. It's just really good rotations, and yeah, we've been trying her out a little bit, but she's really strong, and we'll like to see it as well.
It may not be the fastest form of
Toxic.
split push, but something to point out that the Australian teams don't do incredible, and Smite as a MOBA doesn't do compared to other MOBAs is minion wave pressure and split pushing. I mean, obviously we did see the fall off of Apollo, and that did fall off a lot of the split pushing, and with the double hunters it is coming back. But Athena is perfect at it. Ultimate that can cross the map. Doesn't push exceptionally fast, but that in itself, if she gets waves built up, like you more often see in League of Legends and Dota and things like that, is people slow push waves, just walking up and killing off one minion first so that it's not doing damage, and then walking up and just last hitting, or going up and clearing out all the archer minions and then leaving. that's a really, really good wave to pile up 3 or 4 minion waves all on one. And then when they get to the tower, they just destroy it, like, alone. That is something that's not done in Smite. But Athena can do that very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Cool
Right.
beans.
Should we move on to some more questions?
Yeah, we'll see if we can find some. So something that just happened in chat was Switch Bay. I have a question for HughZ. Who was your favorite person to cast with yesterday, Kappa? And HughZ says Gruff. Wrecked. But
Honestly,
honestly,
yesterday was so much fun. I casted first game with Jack the Moon, and he's got really that kind of chill vibe about him that everyone that watches his stream will know. And so that was pretty cool. Kind of counterbalancing my hypeness I was trying to bring to the table. And then I did one cast with Timmy. No, I didn't. I actually skipped that one, and I went straight to the. Did I do it? No, I went straight to the grand final after that, where I did the mythical triple cast with the People's Caster Switch Bay and the People's Player Gruff, and yeah, that was so much fun. That triple cast. There was actually some really good synergy. I was very surprised at how well that one went, considering it's the first time Switch and Gruff had really done any casting. It's the first time I'd ever done any triple casting, but we all did some nice handoffs and stuff to each other. We all got a chance to speak. Everyone got to get their input in. And yeah, it was great.
we all got our chance to speak. Switch Bay didn't in the first game with
Yeah,
Gruff.
yeah.
I'm sorry. So Gruff basically took over and Switch Bay quotes. I only got to say 6 things. Is what he said after. That was so funny. But like, that was their very first like shoutcast together, and that was it. It was
Great.
like, I think Gruff was just nervous, maybe, but he did pretty well. Like Switch Bay and Gruff, actually really good casters. Like honestly, like they're actually really really good. But yeah. Question for Ginger: why aren't you Ginger?
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I could dye my hair.
Yeah.
You could do that. You should do
I
that.
could.
Just way it
Should I do that?
fits.
Do
You
it for
should
Lance.
do
Show up as Apollo.
Oh.
That would actually work, and then play Apollo, and then like carry with like 13
But then
and
they would
1.
just like know I'm gonna play Apollo. So, I don't know. I gotta find another redhead. I gotta add another redhead to Smite.
Oh, one thing I just like to mention quickly that's flown a little bit under the radar. Citadel Gaming is still running their top 5 plays of the week competition. It didn't happen this week due to the owners dealing with some personal issues. Wish them all the best with getting that all sorted out. But it will be running from this week on, so remember to submit your plays. You can find that on the Citadel Gaming website under the article Top Plays. And so if you get a mad pentakill, or if you manage to hit a Kraken, which apparently is very difficult, you can post that in there. And there are prizes. There are confirmed prizes for first place. There are some skins that Hi-Rez, being the cool dudes that they are, have been generous enough to allow us to give out through these competitions and things like that. So yeah, make sure you hit up the Citadel Gaming website. I'll see if I can get a link in chat for that, so that you guys can go ahead and start submitting your plays. And if you are an invitational ladder player and you made a hot play today, such as Cantification's hot Sylvanas pools, they will also be under consideration, but please do not hesitate to submit those either. And we will do our best to get through all of the submissions.
Yeah, I want to
Trainer?
see some top 5 plays. Oh,
Are you gonna submit like the one Kraken you hit today?
I might give other people a try. I've been doing too many good plays lately, so I'll give a few other people a chance to win.
I'm pretty sure Ginger could get in there with like most of his unheard plays right at the end. Same with
Maxon, I reckon Maxon's ring toss.
yeah, that
So-
one. Who was it on? Kira Hunter. Kira Hunter got away on like minimal
No,
HP
or-
in
I
that
think
one.
it was, yeah.
You should, HughZ, you should just scan through all the matches today, and you'll find top 5 right then. Like you'll find top 10 probably. Like
Yeah.
today was just amazing with the things. Oh, prizes? Question mark. Should we do
Yes,
a
there
giveaway?
are prizes. For the top 5 plays, there are prizes confirmed. There will be some skins to give away. Hopefully, some gems in the future. Yeah, so enter. It could be something as simple as like just a kill that you thought was really skillful, where you did some. You just simply outplayed your opponent. You just dodged around all their auto attacks and turned them under your own tower and beat them to death like the scrobble that they are. And you can submit that. It's literally anything, and just go for it. I mean, there's no harm in trying.
Unless the
That's-
replay system
that's
doesn't save your replay.
Yeah.
Bad boys.
Alright, well, I think we've just about gone over time. And I was actually going to go off and take off and hang out with my fiance if you guys don't mind. So,
Oh, go
Oh,
for it.
well.
Go for it.
unfortunately, guys, it's going to be time to say it. So we are going to use this opportunity to once again thank all three of our guests, there's only two of them remaining at this time, Lachlan, Desacrator Booth, thank you, and Ginger and Flaegor, wherever you are.
Flaegor.
Yeah.
Happy to come
He'll
on.
never be heard from again because his mic doesn't work. That's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for asking me to come on. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
you.
Cheers for coming on.
I subbed in for Flaegor.
Character
HughZ?
on stream as well as in game.
I was like messaging him like tag in, tag in, tag in.
HughZ, big shout out and thank you to you once again. Thanks for all the support as well last night.
No worries, man. Kill it. Go on and kill it tonight.
And Knightfall, thank you for coming in.
No worries.
Don't forget, guys, if you want to follow the channel, you can keep up to date with all the Smite OC action when we're hosting streamers, next week's podcast. Don't forget the podcast will be up on YouTube, and all links for any content talked about, including like the Citadel Gaming top 5 plays, where to get involved with that. All that sort of stuff will be over there. As for us, HughZ is at Citadel HughZ on Twitter. Knightfall is at Knightfall with a 4 on Twitter. Desecrator and Ginger, you guys both have Twitters as well?
At Citadel Des.
I don't Twitter.
Okay. Sweet.
And I'm
So-
at Rankonius. So, unfortunately, guys, it's going to be time to say it. Bye for now, not forever, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Hey guys.
Yeah, tactics.
This is actually something to talk about as well, is that in the SPL this week, might have been last week. No, it was this week. It was like on Thursday night. What happened? Oh my, are you writing Rankonius
Are
and
you-
Knightfall fanfic? I hate you.
Okay,
HughZ.
so that
What
was
the hell?
that was Kool-Aid. Did you copy paste Kool-Aid's
No, I
fanfic?
just made that up.
Oh, you made it up? Oh, so
Yeah.
Kool-Aid is known for his fanfic of
Yeah.
us. I remember he wrote one for me and the machine. That was really dodgy. It involved. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna mention it. It's disgusting.
There
But
was one about,
Oh,
with offside and graph, which involved Taco Bell. You don't want to know how.
no, just I just read the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm not moving because that's a picture.
I'm actually going to read this out in the most seductive voice I can
Oh,
because it'll
here we
be
go.
Oh,
the best
God.
bonus
Alright.
content.
Okay,
You guys
this
ain't
is.
funny.
Do it. You got this.
Rankonius moves his face slowly towards
Deeper.
Knightfall, their breath misting in the cold air, the heat emanating from their body, warming the night around them. Knightfall leans forward, their lips barely centimeters apart, then Rank whispers, "Notice me, Senpai."
That wasn't bad, actually.
All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's no Gilbert
Why is
Gottfried
it
reading
podcast?
50 Shades of Grey, but it was close.
Next week on the podcast and the pre-show, Rank reads excerpts from 50 Shades of Grey.